Okay, believe it or not, your credit score is really important. I know when we was growing up, our parents taught us to, hey, pay cash for everything if you can. But in this new age, that's not the case. Your credit is very important, especially if you're getting a house, a car, even if you want to start a business, jobs. You know, they do credit checks, yes, for certain jobs. But I'm gonna show you how I increased my credit score from around 620. It was about 625, and now today 775. So that's 150 points, and it took me a year to do it. First thing what I did, I got my credit report, and I always use Credit Karma because it's been good for me. A lot of people don't like it, but most people do. You know, you can get your credit scores. It even gives you ideas on what you need to do to get your credit score to go up. And the second thing what I did, I wrote down all the stuff that I had on my credit report, and I scratch them off as I get it done. I used to try to put the stuff on the phone, but it didn't work for me. What I did, I just got me a tally book, or you can get any kind of booklet, and start writing down your information on your credit report. And the first thing I did, I wrote down my loans. And I had a couple of loans, and what I did, I started paying the smallest one down, or try to pay them off first. You know, I had a few loans, so if I had a loan for $1,000 and I had a loan for $5,000, I pay the $1,000 loan off first, and that eliminates things from your spreadsheets. And I use Excel, and I wrote this stuff down, and I start paying as much as I can. Whatever extra money I had, I didn't put it in savings, because why put your money in savings? They pay you 0.001%. So if you put $1,000 in your savings account, at the end of the year, you would have accumulated $1. So savings accounts are ripoffs. You guys need to start investing your money in the stock market. You could use a Cash App. And a lot of people get confused about these stock markets. They think, say a stock costs $200 a share. You don't have to buy a complete share. You could buy $1 into that share. So you could buy 1/100th of a share. So putting your money in the savings account, it's not good. I close all my savings accounts. That's a ripoff. You know, I put my money in a savings account, and they loan it out to somebody else and charge them 10-15%. So first thing I did was got my loans, like I said, start paying them down. The next thing I did, my credit cards. I got 2 credit cards, and I use one of them for business, and the other one I start paying it off. So on my business expenses on my credit card I use, every month I try to pay it off, so I can have a record of all the expenses that I have on my credit cards. And I do use my credit cards, and they say try to keep your credit card under 30% usage. It'd be great if you can keep it under 10%. When you do that, that lets other companies know when you're applying for credit, hey, this person is not using this credit card to survive. You know, this credit card is used for expenses and things like that. If they see you got a 90% usage on your credit card and you asking for a loan, and that's suspicious right there. This person is really in bad shape. So try to keep your credit cards under 30% if all possible. I know during this virus, pandemic, whatever you want to call it, people are using their credit cards, and it's causing a lot of problems. Their credit scores are going down. But like I said, on your credit cards, pay them off if you can, or keep them under 30% if possible. And that's what I did. Then I wrote down, I looked at my collections. If I had anything in collections, which I had a couple of things, I called that company and I disputed with them. And one thing you want to do when you call them, do not claim the collection. Just say, hey, I don't recall this, I don't know what it is, because they are recording a conversation. And these collections done already bought this from the bank or whatever for pennies on the dollar. So they'll sell it with you. So if you got something that's outstanding for $1,000, they can probably accept $50 or $100. But if you do pay it, tell them to write you a deletion letter. You need a deletion letter, because you don't want to just pay it off, because it's going to be on your credit as paid off as a collection. So you want them to totally delete it. So if they're not going to give you a deletion letter, do not pay it. Don't worry about it. Just dispute it. Do not pay it. And I'm pretty sure they're going to give you a deletion letter, because they did me. You just, hey, I can't pay out. I'm trying to settle with you guys. If you want it, give me a deletion letter. If not, I'm done talking to you. Simple as that. Hang up the phone. And they gave me a deletion letter, because I didn't have time to play with them. I'm getting too old. I got to go on about my life, my business. So the next thing you want to do, I wrote down, was my late payments. I did have a couple of late payments on a few things, and I disputed that. And luckily, I just disputed it on the credit with the credit bureau. And you can dispute online, or you can write them a letter with the Credit Karma. You can dispute right online with Credit Karma. And they have 30 days to reply to your dispute. If they don't reply, it's automatically deleted. So those late payments were removed. And then the inquiries, that's another little thing right there. I applied for a loan, and I didn't know they were sending these to five different banks, and all these banks are inquiring about my credit. But I did have those deleted, you know. And when you get all this stuff, you know, every time you get something accomplished, celebrate. Go have your margarita, whatever. Don't just sit there and drill and drill and drill and not taking a break. You have to take a break and celebrate. You know, if you get something accomplished, celebrate for it. But this is what my credit score is now. And when I scroll down through here, you can see I got one credit card that's got a high limit on it. Just imagine if I pay that down to 30% or 10% or completely pay it off, my credit score would probably jump to an 800 or higher. So this is what I did to get my credit up to 775. And next week when I pay this credit card off, it probably would jump to 800. So I can go get a loan now. Like I bought a new vehicle and I had paid 0% interest. So I saved myself $300-400 a month. And you're saying, hey, what kind of vehicle you got? Well, I got a four-wheel drive Toyota Tundra. It's, like I said, I got a 0% interest on this because my credit score was right at 750 at the time. And your length of history also affects your credit. So if you don't have no credit, go get a secure credit card and pay that thing off monthly, you know, or pay it off or keep it under the 30% or 10%. That'll help increase your credit. So if you're young, getting started, 18, 21, get you a secure credit card or something. Get some credit started. Go to Home Depot or something and get you a little credit card and start paying it. That's how I did my son and daughter. I made sure that their credit was right because I know I went through a lot of stuff and I messed my credit up real bad, and I didn't want them to experience that. You know, I think my son and my daughter credit is higher than mine. My daughter is 27 and my son is 21. I think their credit's almost at 800 because I made sure when they got credit cards that they paid them off, and I made sure that they pay their bills on time. And if they didn't pay them, I paid them. But anyway, if this video helped, subscribe to my channel. And like I said, make sure you get your credit right. I know they tell you pay cash for everything. I'm not paying cash for nothing no more. I'm finna do like everybody else. I'm finna get credit and get things and go ahead and enjoy life. And like I said, once you get something accomplished, celebrate. If it's your birthday month, celebrate the whole month. And again, like I said, subscribe to my channel. And thanks for watching Welding and Stuff.